We're going to talk through what the coaches call the St. Louis. So essentially, coach will dump a puck in. The two defensemen, one will come into the zone. One will come into the zone. Those both will read. One's going in front of the net, one's getting the puck. So if this player gets the puck, this defenseman is going to come watch the house, or the den as we call it. This defenseman is going to pick up this puck and has two choices. He can either skate, he or she can either skate up, or they can read where the players are and pass. And when this puck is dumped in, the center is going to circle down, read through the den area. If there's no players, they circle up towards the ice. We have a forward that comes down along the boards, skates forward, and this forward is going to read and react and come up the boards this way. So when this puck is dumped in, the center goes in, forward goes in, forward goes in, D goes in. This is all going to force everyone to go out the zone. So the idea here is that defenseman picks up the puck. If they read and they want to skate it, they can skate it. If not, they have an outlet of a forward here, or a center breaking up the center of the ice. So the whole idea on this drill is that we want to get positive momentum going down the ice. We want our defensemen to read and react. So we'll erase some of this and talk through more that if coach dumps a puck in, defense, forward, center, and this can be flip-flopped either way. We could have forward, center, vice versa. So don't worry on the location where it is. But if this defenseman's going in to get the puck, instead of looping around the net, they could certainly hit the brakes, come back this way. This center has to read and react, curl up the wall this way instead. These forwards do the same thing, curl and react, and the whole idea is that this defense, when they're coming up, they have three outlets. They could skate up, they could hit center in movement, they could hit this forward in movement, or they could hit this forward in movement. The key is that in this area, you have to be very careful. You're not feeding the other team coming down the ice. So again, when we talk about heads up, that's a big deal. So Saturday, when we do a lot of this drill, we're going to work on that breakout part, and then we're going to make it into a game. So when we set up on Saturday, we'll have a D and a D, a forward, and a center, and we'll actually have another set of D as well. But puck's going to go into the zone. D's going to come in, pick it up. D's going to come cover the house. The reason we say around here is that this D could also cover if the defenseman wants to dish it off. But we'll say cover the house here. We have a forward looping down, always facing the puck. So when you're facing the puck, you face stick going this way, eyes going this way, never turn away from the puck. This forward's coming down, and they're looping and going up. And this center is doing the same thing, looping and going up. So the whole idea is that we want all the players going upwards. What's going to happen is we're going to break out of the zone. Center is going to pick it up, loop around, forward. They're all going to loop around, come back in the zone on sides, and now we have a forward, and a center against the D that are in the zone, D and a D, and it's a 1-2-3 on 2. These D then become activated and are on the forwards teams, so it's 5 on 2. So as we work on this on Saturday, we'll do it in steps. We're going to start with simply breaking it out. And I know I have some D that haven't played all this yet, so don't worry, we'll talk through all that. So on this drill, coach is going to dump it in. Goalie's going to dish it off to the side. Defense going to pick up. Defense going to watch the house. Come around the net. Forward's going to come up. Forward's going to circle and come up. Center's going to circle and come up. Defenseman's going to hit him with a pass. They're going to come over the zone, crisscross, right? And we're going to break in the zone onside. So we have three. We have a forward, and a center coming into the zone. 3 on 2 versus the defense that are going to be set up to play. Defense, defense. And then the 2D out waiting on the outside will activate. So that when these 3 go in, we now have a 5 on 2. And it's a tough drill for the defenseman in the zone, but it's good for them to learn. And it's good for our offense to work. So if we erase that and we set up when we're actually playing in the game or in the drill, this D is in, this D is in. We have a D here and a D here, and we probably have a forward here, and maybe a center in this area. The whole idea is that we want to work on that triangle, and we want to work on including our defensemen. So if the center, the forward, and the forward are working on being in that zone, offensively setting up, it's a 5 on 2. So by a numbers game, you should be able to beat the defense. The whole intention of this game is that it's always this D and this D versus these 5 guys and girls. So we make it a little bit of a game. There's a score, D versus forwards. So we'll keep track of that, and we'll play a game, and we'll have some fun. But when the coaches talk about the St. Louis, or as we call it, the STL, that's the drill, right? So we're going to break in. The whole idea that's very confusing and is new is that when the forwards loop in, one loops up, one loops the other way, and the center is either going to loop in this way or they can loop in this way. The whole idea is that we're all breaking up ice, and when that defenseman gets that puck, they have an outlet, or if they reverse, they have an outlet here. The whole idea is that we're moving fast this way, and it's a quick game, so that if we make an outlet here, this forward's coming down, that's a quick pass. If this forward's coming down, catch a lot of people on speed, and we can go down and shoot. So we'll work on that. That's the St. Louis drill, so look for that on Saturday.